How's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to quite a different style of video. So this is probably the second to last video you'll ever see with me sitting in this position. Even though ever since I started this channel, pretty much every single video, at least the Friday ones, the list videos, that kind of stuff, have all been done in this exact place. And so other than this video and the video that's coming out on Friday, assuming I can get it done in time, this is it. Like, you're not going to see that background anymore. Am I getting a green screen? Am I getting a whole new place to record from? Or am I just recording downstairs instead? I'm going to talk about that in this video. And as part of that, I need to ask you guys a question about what I should do next in terms of cars. Also, the pictures you're seeing is me running a race against my colleagues at London Team Sport Docklands. Have a watch. I start from pole. Let's see if I win the race. If this video gets 1,000 likes, I will release a video on the single best go-karting race I have ever been involved in that almost caused a bit of beef between myself and Audas. You want to see it, that's the main point. I'll need you to comment down below as well, but you'll find out about that later in the video. Subscribe as well if you're new. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So why is this one of the last times you'll see me sitting in this position doing this type of video? Well, it's pretty simple. Earlier this year, I made a video on whether I should buy an exotic car or a supercar at 25 years old. In October, I turned 26, so obviously I failed to hit that target, but the key reason why, and what I mentioned in all of those videos, was that I was trying to buy my own place. And I'm very happy to announce that last week I completed on my first ever property with my girlfriend, and on Thursday this week, I will be moving into it. So 2 days after this video goes live. Taking a couple of days off work, I've taken Thursday, Friday off just in order to get my flat sorted and all that other good stuff. But yes, that means that all of a sudden I will no longer be here anymore. And just to give you guys some context, when I left university 3 years ago, I went home, I saved and I saved and I saved and I saved and I saved, and then I was able to buy this flat, which is just insane. And if you'd like to see a flat tour in the future, do let me know in the comments down below. I'd be interested, because obviously it's not car content, but it's pretty cool to be able to buy a flat. And I know I love YouTuber flats and house tours, so hopefully you guys do as well. But yeah, so my girlfriend and I have bought a flat in London, and yeah, we're gonna move in on Thursday. Pretty nuts. Now, if you remember correctly, one of the key reasons why I was trying to buy a supercar or an exotic car was because the money was just burning a hole in my pocket. As I was saving and saving and saving, earning more at work and earning more on YouTube, suddenly I was reaching a position where I was like, actually, I could easily finance myself onto a nice car, or I could just buy one outright if I kept saving for a bit longer. But instead, my smarter brain prevailed in the end, and I got myself a flat. So yes, very happy with that. Obviously, it wouldn't be possible without a few people, i.e. first of all, my girlfriend for also going in with me on this. Second of all, you lot for watching the videos, for liking the videos, giving me all the engagement. I really do appreciate it. All of you guys are legends. And thirdly, myself for grinding. I got to shout out myself for literally grinding like 100-hour weeks every week. I really need to get some sleep. But that means we'll be saying goodbye to all of this, and you probably don't even know what all this looks like. So I'm in the process already of packing, so not everything is in place, but I'll give you a quick tour of kind of what's going on. And apologies in advance, it's very messy. Like I've obviously been packing, and I'm also just a messy person regardless, because I'm too focused on sitting at this desk working. So let's have a look around. So to everyone who's always like, oh, you need a certain type of setup to make a YouTube video, you don't. I literally have my desk. It's a rubbishy corner desk that I've had since I was about 14, maybe even younger than that. Actually, probably younger than that. I think maybe like 12, 11, who even knows. These are my little lights. That's the shoebox Adidas 007 collab, and a Fortnum & Mason Time for Tea book that I rest my camera on in order to record. Obviously you can see in the background I've made a booking at Flatiron, and yeah, just stuff in the background. These shelves normally have a whole bunch of stuff on them, but that's all going to my future flat, so it's all gone. Some of my trophies up there from motocross and from go-karting and other stuff that I've done. Yeah, just all pretty cool stuff. Go around here, you can also see trophies you normally see in the background. There's normally some golf clubs there, but they're downstairs. Yeah, bed partially made, enough that it's like presentable in the background, not properly. A whole collection of pictures of myself and my friends from the past, more pictures of myself and my friends, some pictures that I bought off of a homeless guy. Normally there's a picture up here as well, some actual real art from a lady called Emily Penfold. I can link her in the description. She makes incredible art, but I'll just display it on screen at this point. The sim rig, which is currently filled with stuff that I need to pack to take to my future flat, and obviously that massive sim rig screen as well, which I use for productivity as well. Plus, let's not forget the TV that I watch from my bed, or everything else here, PS4, which I barely ever play at this point, and a Switch that I play quite a lot of. Motocross shirt, motocross shroud, mirror that I actually took downstairs in preparation to pack, and then I kind of missed it, so I put it back until I actually move. And then in here you can already see a whole bunch of my stuff ready to be packed up, as you can in there as well. They're all to put my tech into, and as you can see in here, all of that stuff as well. So yeah, nearly there. And that is about it. So yes, new place, dedicated office rather than my bedroom being my office. Gonna get a better setup, gonna do better things, have a nicer background and layout and everything for you guys, ideally. Let's hope so at least. And yeah, just really upgrading, and hopefully we're gonna be able to make better content for you guys. But with that in mind, I am moving into London. I live on the edge of London at the moment. I'm moving into London, and that means that I have to contend with the ultra low emission zone, which means it would cost me £12.50 every single day to drive my Mazda MX-5. Am I going to sell it? No, it's going to stay here at my parents' house because we've got a driveway, leave it on the drive, and I'll come and drive it on the weekends or whenever I need it, basically. So I'll probably have to take the Polo into London instead, but at some point I want to kind of end the Polo project, not sell it, but I kind of want to keep it and turn it into something more interesting if I can afford to do it. And that kind of brings me on to the main point of this video, not packing up and showing you guys my bedroom and all that kind of nonsense. I don't know what to do as my next car. My thought process at the moment is put the money down on the flat, spend everything I possibly can on furniture, on all that other good stuff. Literally go for broke, getting rid of all of my cash as much as possible to make sure the flat is completely furnished, because starting from scratch, you literally gotta buy everything. I'm talking like tables, chairs, bed, like mattress, bed sheets, everything for the bathroom. It's just like, it's insane. The amount of stuff you have to buy is just ridiculous. So once I finally furnish the flat, which is going to take me about a month, probably 2 months even, who knows at this point, then my money is freed up entirely to just be focused on cars. And as you may know, what I really want is an Alfa Romeo 4C, and I do believe that it is possible to get within the next sort of 12 months or so if YouTube keeps going well, if work keeps going well, and I just keep grinding it out and save and save and save and save. I've got a few other big purchases I need to do between now and then, like I need a whole new PC and a whole bunch of other stuff in the next sort of couple of months, but outside of those, it's literally just save for a car. I'm not gonna save for another flat. I'm gonna obviously save for life and existing and whatever, but it's just like, what would I want to save for? I just want to get myself a nice car. It can't be cars with JB with no cars, and so obviously I'm going to go out and buy myself something nice. And this is where the sticking point exists. Now, I've thought about this quite a lot. I could sort of save maybe the 4 to 6k region and buy myself a nice little warm hatch. Or I could save to kind of the 15k region and buy myself a nice sports car or the equivalent. I could save to maybe the 25k region and then buy myself something a bit more exotic, something that I'm particularly interested in that region I'll get to in a second. Or I could go all out, save a whole bunch of money and go for kind of the 40k region, which will take me much longer obviously, and get myself an Alfa Romeo 4C or equivalent. So let me tell you the choices that I have at each of those price ranges. At the kind of lower price range, I'm looking at stuff like a Mito Quadrifoglio, maybe a Polo GTI, that kind of thing. I reckon a Mito is particularly interesting to me because it's an Alfa and I love Alfa Romeos, and I love the Sabelt seats that they come with as well if you get the ones with those sweet carbon back bucket seats. Very cool little car, but I do feel like maybe it's time to upgrade from the little warm hatches at some point. I am 26 now. At the 15k-ish mark, I'm looking at cars like the Porsche Cayman S, the 987. Really like that car, I think it's very cool. Would go nicely into London and just enjoy it. I haven't got to bring loads of people around, it's just myself and my girlfriend living together. Obviously I like having more seats because it gives me that flexibility in the future. But I like Porsche as well, and I like having 2 seats, and I like sports cars, so friends can walk. Also at that kind of 15k range is cars like the M3, the E92 M3, particularly the E93 M3 actually, so the convertible instead. Really like that car, I've always liked that car. My fear is that it's not known for its reliability. Looking after a V8 engine is going to be effort, the tax is insane. Yeah, it's just one of those cars that I've always wanted to own, but maybe I'm not quite in the right place to own it yet, despite it not being that expensive to buy. Or I could go completely rogue in that region and get something like a Scirocco R, a car that I really like, think is very cool, but I feel like for 15k I might be not quite getting the full package. I'd probably prefer to get like a Cayman S or even a Cayman non-S over a Scirocco R, but I don't know, let me know your thoughts. Now that 25k to kind of 30k region, I'm looking at cars like the BMW M4. Again, it's convertible, and the reason why I'm thinking about that is because when I drove that M4 earlier this year, you should definitely go check out the review because I really enjoyed making it. When I took that car out for a drive with my girlfriend, it was the first time ever I've been in a car with her where she has asked a question off of her own back. I wasn't talking about anything. She said to me, what's it like to drive? Is it easy? And obviously I gassed the car up. I was like, yeah, it's easy to drive. It's like super smooth, nothing difficult at all. I don't feel at all worried about driving it. And my idea is, since we only have one parking space between the two of us, if we got like an M4, she'd probably be quite happy to drive it as well. So that means I could like put her on the insurance. Both of us own the car at the same time. We can drive it, enjoy it and whatever. And like, she already likes the car. So I'm on for a winner. I'm not gonna get that bad daggers when I buy the car and then get in trouble for spending 25, 30 odd grand. And then there is the car that I actually want of all of those that I've just mentioned, which is a car like an Alfa Romeo 4C or maybe a Lotus Exige. They're kind of the two main ones that are sticking in my head. And the 4C in particular is the one that kind of captures me or makes me very happy. Now, recently I made a video on the used car price bubble and how car prices are going up and up and up at the moment, and that remains very true for the 4C. A year ago or a year and a half ago when I made a video driving a 4C, they were sitting around the 30 to 35k mark. Now we're looking at kind of 40k to 50k and some even over 50k at this point. Do I think they're going to come down in price? Maybe a little bit if the bubble bursts, but like might take quite a long time. I don't think it will come down by that much. I think they're very much becoming collector's items at this point. So for that reason, I probably have to think that when it comes to buying a 4C, I probably have to spend somewhere between 40 to 45,000 pounds. When I'm jumping up from 25k to 45k, it's a massive jump, a lot of savings, a lot of effort. And even if I decided to finance myself onto it, like maybe pay half of the cost or pay 2/3 of the cost, that's still going to take a long time. And then I have the monthlies to come to kind of deal with, which I'm not that interested in dealing with, when I've also got the monthlies of a flat and living and all that other kind of stuff. So that will really depend on how well YouTube goes next year and how well working goes next year. If I suddenly start earning way more cash than I already am, then great, and I probably just get one. Obviously I'll still have to grind for it, but I know that I'm going to grind, so that's fine. That kind of goes without saying. So ignoring the grind, that's probably what I want the most. Outside of that, the only other real problem with that car is the fact that I probably wouldn't be able to get my girlfriend to drive it because she would be too worried about curbing it or something like that. So yes, that's kind of an update on the situation in terms of cars. I'm not selling the Polo, I'm not selling the MX-5. I am going to sell the other MX-5 at some point, the one that has the Spitfire stuff on it, obviously the donor car. It's in great order actually, it just needs to have the diff put back into it, have the prop shaft put back together and the engine put back together. Once all that's in place, the car is ready to get sold, and I really want to get rid of it because it's just sitting on my grandparents' drive waiting to be sold. But I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. Please do let me know what you think I should do, because I honestly have no idea. Step one for me at this point is just getting into the flat and getting myself sorted, and I think that I want to just get in, drive the Polo for a while and save and get myself the 4C, and that is definitely doable. And as I said, it will take me a lot of hard work and effort to get there, but I really want to get there. And I'm not saying I'm not going to buy any other cars between now and buying a 4C, but that has to be the kind of goal for me, I suppose. But if you think one of the goals for me should be to go for a 6k, a 15k or a 25k car instead, like the ones that I've mentioned, please let me know in the comments down below and I'd be more than interested to hear your thoughts. So I hope you found this little update interesting. I know it's not my normal kind of content, but I felt like I wanted to give you guys a explanation of the current situation. I might even at some point make a more personal channel on the side once this channel's hit 100k or whatever, because I think they would be nice to do that, and probably some of you would find that interesting. If you would, again, let me know in the comments down below. If you wouldn't find that interesting, again, let me know. I'm not too fast. I live off of your guys' feedback. As I said, do hit the like button, that'd be really appreciated. 1,000 likes and I'll make the video of myself and Audas karting recently where I made him quite angry. Subscribe as well if you're new. Massive thanks to the patrons as always for their support, and to you guys as well for watching. I'll see you in the next one.
Listen.